Hello, hi. I'm gonna be ranking all of my Mario plushies. I'm currently not in my room because when lining them all up, they go out of my room. So I'm currently in my sister's room because she is somewhere else right now. Okay, so the bottom two are the least favorite of mine because these two have problems. So in last place, which is also 66th place, we have King Boo. He is last place because he is smaller than the regular Boo. He's all like squished and also wrinkly because he was in a vacuum sealed bag. His tongue is connected to his face, and his teeth are blue for some reason. I do like the crown though. I think the crown is pretty cool. But in second to last, we have Cat Peach. I was gonna put her like higher up, like probably like around where Peach is, but then I realized her very long arms. And like along with like her like weird like hair here with her earrings and stuff, I just did not think that this was very good. So that's why she's second to last. So the next few are just ones I just like really like don't care about that much. So because we have 1-up. So 1-up, like it's cool to have, but like I can't do anything with this. It's just a 1-up. So then the next one is Cheep Cheep. I don't know, Cheep Cheep's cool, I guess. It's just like, eh. Then we have Baby Peach. So like I don't really like the baby characters that much, but like I like most of them. I like them better than Baby Rosalina, but like this is the only one that I have. And now we have the question box. So this is actually pretty cool because you can put stuff inside of it because it's a zipper. It's just like, there's just a lot of other stuff. Then we have Diddy Kong. So Diddy Kong, the reason that he's down here, even though he's one of my favorite characters, is that he's so big. He's like the size of Donkey Kong. But like, he's Diddy Kong, so he's supposed to be small. But he isn't. He's big. And it's also just like, Diddy Kong isn't the most like fight-ish character, I guess. Like, you can't really like do much with him, really, because like his whole thing is that he's like with Donkey Kong, or like he has a jetpack or a peanut gun, but he didn't have either of those. It's just Diddy Kong. And it's not like Diddy Kong's super strong. Okay, now I have Blooper. So like, Blooper, I usually don't even remember that I have Blooper. Because like, Blooper is cool in games, but like, I mean, they're annoying in games, but like, I don't know, he's just here. And then we have Fireflower. So the reason that Fireflower beats the past two is just because I've actually done stuff with Fireflower. But other than that, it's just Fireflower. Then we have Red Shell, because Red Shells are like kind of cool, but like, they're alright, I guess, maybe. Then we have Larry. So Larry, he's alright, but this Larry is kind of weird. I just think his hair is kind of weird. And also his legs. His legs are really thick for some reason. His arms are like that. Like, look, he has muscles. I don't know why. Then we have Yellow Yoshi. This Yoshi is from an arcade. And unlike the other two Yoshis, he's not sitting down. He's also the smallest of the Yoshis. Then we have Iggy. I really like Iggy. I just think that the Iggy isn't that good because, like, he's really, like, his shell goes out so much. Not just his shell, but, like, his body, though. Like, the shell, like, starts so late, kind of. And his mouth is open. I do kind of like that his mouth is open, but, like, it makes him, like, so he's sitting, he's looking completely, like, up. Like, what are you looking at? Then we have Banana Peel. This is Banana Peel, it's just the banana peel. Okay, so the next ones are things that I actually do kind of like. So we have Tanuki Mario. The reason he's just like so down here is because like I just think that like how he's like built kind of, like, he can't really, like, do much. I just think he's, like, I don't know how to describe it. Then we have Daisy. I haven't had Daisy for very long. That's pretty much it. She's just, like, a newer plush that I got this year, so I haven't had time to do much with her. Then we have Piranha Plant. Over the years, he's ended up being, like, tilted. Like, his head is, like, tilted a little bit. But I do think that he's, like, really cool to have, though. Then we have Star. So, like, Star isn't a character. All the non-characters are, like, really low. But I do like this one the most out of those because Star is so many things. Because, like, not only is he, like... Because, like, Star, like, it, like, actually moves in the game. So, like, he bounces. And then it's also, like overpowered, a very strong power up. And then also, he's like it's like in Mario Party, so it's like important too. Then we have Lakitu. He's just low because there's so many other better ones. Same with Fire Luigi. It's Luigi, except like he looks kind of cool, I guess. I like his colors, but it's not as good as regular Luigi or like anything else, I guess. Then we have Thwomp. It's pretty cool. Then we have Peach and Bowser Jr. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna switch these because I'm realizing now how good Peach is. Because like Bowser Jr. He's just like sitting. Like I haven't ever since I got Bowser Jr. I thought he was weird because he was like my first plush that was like actually like sitting down instead of like standing. Like all the Mario ones are like standing, but he isn't. And Peach is pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna go into the other room. There's some in the hallway, but I'm gonna take them into the other room. So hold on. Alright, so next we have Elephant Luigi. So this is not official, but I do think it's pretty cool. The only problem with the elephant ones is that their arms and legs are, especially like their arms are fine, but their legs are like really stiff. So there's not much I can do with it. And also it's just like, it's too dark of a gray, I guess. And it's just like Luigi. I like Mario a little better than Luigi. Alright, then we have Wiggler. Wiggler is pretty cool. It's just Wiggler, you know? Big nose. But the reason it's so high up actually is because the flower. Because like when I used to play with it, the flower would shoot lasers. I decided, so that's really like pushing it up so much just because of that. They weren't like strong lasers, just like basic ones. Otherwise it probably would be up a lot higher. Now we have Koopa Troopa, and I just noticed I said that I got like one of the past ones this year, which I haven't. It's 2026 now. So I got this last year. And it's just Koopa Troopa. You know, there's not much you can do with a basic Koopa Troopa, but it is like very cool, you know? Alright, now we have Pink Yoshi. I like Pink Yoshi just because New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I guess, you know, it's the second Yoshi, so if you're playing 2-player, then you get Green Yoshi and Pink Yoshi. It is a little smaller. It's bigger than the yellow one, but it's smaller than the green one. Although I'm pretty sure this is like what size that they should be. So like really this should be higher up, but because the original Yoshi is bigger, that pushes it down a lot just because of that. Alright, the last one in the hallway, and then we can go back to the line. We have Cat Mario. It is pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely a lot of newer one. I like the Luigi Cat Luigi though better, so that's why it's down lower. Obviously, that's why it's down. What am I talking about? That's the whole point of this. Alright, so now we have... Okay, I don't remember what I said before pausing, but basically this is the Big Bomb. Now, I have checked. This is my squishiest plush. And I have checked. I have tested it with all the other squishy ones. And it's pretty big. I have actually used it a couple times in stop motions, but like, other than that, there's not much you can do with it. It's just a big bomb. Okay, and now next, we have Squirrel Mario. This is awfully recent. let's grow Mario. That's really all I have to say, you know, it's not really like, it's not from like a super good game, but it's from an okay game, you know. I like New Super Mario Bros. U, it's pretty good. Probably just because, like, I haven't played a lot of the old ones, so it probably seems better because I haven't played a bunch of the really good ones. Then next we have Boo. This is the one that makes the King Boo. Actually, no, King Boo would be worse no matter what. Okay, so now we have Boo. Something I like about this is you can have it with its tongue out, and then sometimes you can also put its tongue in, and then it's like this. So it's like more of like a bite instead of a lick, which is probably more accurate to the Boos. Because I feel like they bite you, not lick you, because, like, why? What would that do? Alright, next we have the blue shell, because this is fun to throw at people. I mean, what else are you going to do with a blue shell? Like, that's what it's made to do. Then we have the regular Bomb one. The thing I really like about this is that it's perfect for, like, holding, so, like, you can, like, pretend to throw it. That's, like, when I first got it, that's what I thought about, like, holding it like this. I don't know if this is how people hold it in Mario games, but it doesn't matter. And I like how its legs are. My cousin was actually impressed that they put, like, these details on it. He asked if I do them on there, but no, these are just how they are. Alright, then we have Dry Bones. It's pretty cool. Better than Koopa Troopa. Then we have Goomba. The reason it's so high is because, you know, the thing that I used to do when I used to play with it is it's a ninja Goomba, so it's, like, really, like, fast and strong and stuff. So it's, like, not any normal Goomba. And it was, like, a mini boss and stuff. I did that with the toy Goombas, too, except there I have 4 Goombas, so it's, like, 4 ninja Goombas instead of just 1. Alright, then we have Dry Bowser Jr. This one's better than the regular Bowser Jr. And the thing that I do about this one is that it's just, like, a crazy, like, insane guy. And so it's, like, he can, like, do this to shoot fire from his hair. And he also, like, charges at people and stuff. And it's, like, he wants to, like, eat them, though. Like, so he's, like, really insane and dangerous. Alright, now we have the Bonsai Bill. It's a big bullet bill. Honestly, I don't even know if there is, like, a big version of the bullet bill where it's just like this. This is probably large, though. It'd be really cool if there was a King Bill stuffed animal. That'd be huge. It'd be like instead of this tall, it'd be like this tall. That'd be crazy. There's also the convincing hat. You don't know what that means, but I do. And so does my sister and my cousin. It's a secret. You will never know. Alright, and now we have Elephant Mario. Same as Luigi, except it's Mario. That's what put it up so many places. Alright, now we have Toad, tied for my favorite character. And, yeah. Now we have Birdo. Birdo's pretty new, but I do like Birdo. Now, the next 3 are Toads. The reason that they're above this Toad is just because over the years, his, like, little jacket has started to, like, fall off a bit. And also his head has become weird shaped. But if it wasn't for that, he would be beating all 3 of these guys. And then I guess Birdo too, I guess. Yeah, definitely Birdo, because she has, like, this weird thing right here. So he'd definitely beat her if he was not broken. So we got Toadette. Toadette is at the bottom of these ones, because I just really don't, like, I like these, like, in games, and I think it makes her look cool and unique, but as a stuffed animal, that, like, hurts her, like, playability. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention at the beginning, when I'm making these on just, like, how good the plush is, how much I like the character, and then also their playability, and that's just kind of, like, how good it is to, like, to play with and stuff. So it's, like, for Toad, it's, like, he might not seem that much, but he can do this, because he has a giant head, so he can, like, he can hit people with his head. And, like, Birdo is, like, so he's sitting, so, like, sitting characters definitely, like, that hurts that, but if they can move their legs, that fixes it a little bit. And then also Birdo, it's like she has like this thing where she shoots eggs from. And also with the toy Birdo, I've like started doing it where like her bow is bouncy so she can like go back and it bounces her. But it's like just like how much you can play with it, I guess. And she's got claws, so you know, it's like if they're like movable and stuff, you know. So, but like Toadette hurts that, gets hurt by that with her hair. What is this hair? I don't know. Cause like I know that in the old Mario cartoon, Toad can take off his hat, but that's not canon to the games. So it's either part of, so it could be part of his head. That would make sense why this is hair. Otherwise, she just likes wearing this extra stuff for some reason. I don't know. Alright, now we got Cat Toad. I just think that he looks kind of weird. You know, like he just like, he has no like mushroom part. It's just a cat with a face. Oh, now that I said that, no, he looks really weird. Like, I just thought he looked kind of silly, but geez, now he's horrible. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh well. Alright, now we got Blue Toad. He's just this Toad, except without the problems of the other two. And then he's blue, I guess, you know. And now I got the original Yoshi, so basically he's Yoshi and he's sitting down. This actually might have been the first sitting down Mario plush. Basically, he's big, he's too big. Like, if you compare him to this, I mean, I know Toad is small, but it's like, Yoshi's literally sitting, and he's still taller than this Toad. Like, that's crazy. But, like, the fact that he is bigger, it doesn't take him down, it takes the other two down. Alright, now we got Meowser. He's the lowest of the Bowsers, just because Meowser is in like one game and never seen again, and this also isn't official, but he is like really cool with his like how it is and stuff, and his playability. You know, I've created some moves for him, like he can do like a backflip and his tail like attacks. That's it. And like scratches, but like, whatever. Alright, now we got, jeez, why is it so dark? We got Luigi, actually, when I should turn on the light. We got Luigi, it's still dark. Okay, we got Luigi here. It's Luigi. What can I say? Now we got Chain Chomp. The reason he's so high is for two reasons. Let me take him over here real quick. Basically, the first reason is because he's kind of fun to like do like this, and it's so like he's like kind of like a weapon. So because it's like you can go do this, and it's like bang. And then also, if you flip him over, he looks super evil. Like he's got that grin, and then there's like no eyes. So it's like he's like really evil, you know. It's a dark Chain Chomp, you know. That's really what takes him up. So you know, I'm gonna keep him as dark Chain Chomp just because of that. Then now we got Hammer Bro, pretty recent. I say recent, except it's probably been like 2 years. You know, he's like really cool. I like Hammer Bro. Alright, now we got, I'm gonna do these two together because they relate to each other. It's Wario and Waluigi and Wario. So basically, I like Waluigi better than Wario as a character. But that's just because I don't really like Wario that much, because I think he's like gross and stuff. But the thing is, if he's a plush, that means that I'm in control of what he does, meaning that he doesn't have to be all gross and stuff. So that fixes all of his issues, meaning that he's better than Waluigi. Alright, now we got Yellow Toad. It's Yellow Toad, woohoo, he wins in the Toads. Yeah. He's the best Toad, you know. He's the best Toad simply because I like how he looks when he gets a Fire Flower power-up. That's the reason I used to always like playing as him in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And I used to, I like him, oh my god. That's why I like him, because I used to play him, and I used to play him because he looked cool with Fire Flower. Okay, now we got the big Goomba. It's basically just like the same reasons as the regular Goomba, except now he's bigger and stronger and more of a boss fight than the first one. And now we got Lemmy, another tie for first place in characters I like. You know, it's Lemmy. My art teacher has a Lemmy plush in his room. You know, I like Lemmy. Now we got Cat Luigi. I really like him. He was the first one I got of the cat characters, and I used him as an alien at first because he was green and he has these spots. I didn't really relate to this, but like, actually just notice, why are his ears like this? The other cat ones, I think they have pointy ears. He's more like a panther. I don't know, do panthers have those? I don't know what I'm talking about. Next. Alright, now we have Metal Mario. He's pretty cool. He's actually bigger than the regular Mario. You know? And so it's like, I can like probably compare these guys, because it's like, yeah, look, they're about the same size. I think this is actually bigger than the regular Luigi too, so it's like, Luigi's taller than Mario, and this is a taller version of Luigi, and it's the same size as this one, which shows that this one is tall. And it's like Metal Mario, you know, I always use him as like the like final like strongest power up, but like stronger than he usually is. Like, he can shoot fireballs and stuff, you know. And he can fly sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't make sense because he's metal, but whatever. Now I got Shy Guy. He's up here because of how I used to play with him and stuff. So it's like he's like fire based. So it's like he does this and that like creates like fire damage and stuff. That's really it. I was also him for Halloween 2 years in a row. So, you know, maybe that helps a little bit. Alright, so now we're in the top 10. Okay, we have the top 10 favorite Mario stuffed animals. So first we got Bullet Bill. He's my 10th favorite, just because I like how he's like just like a really fast projectile. Now we got Donkey Kong. He is pretty recent. No, he's not. But like, I didn't have him for a really long time. And now I do, and I really like him. Alright, so now we have the final Luigi, and it's Tanuki Luigi, a lot higher up than the Tanuki Mario, but that's just because like I really like this one. I like how he feels like he can fly a lot more than Tanuki Mario, so I really like him. And he's I think, yeah, this is number 8. He's my 8th favorite. So, you know, Luigi made it to the top 10. He almost didn't, but like, even if it wasn't for this, he still placed pretty high at 13th as his final form. Alright, so now we got Kamek. This is extremely recent. I got it for Christmas. And he's already made it so high up. Alright, basically, he's really cool. You know, I was him for Halloween last year. It still feels weird. Yeah, you know, it's Kamek. He's pretty cool. I can't believe I've wanted him for a while, but like, it was never like the like really like number one or like anything that I like super really wanted. But I finally got him. And now we got Bowser, another tie for my favorite character. So we've had all 3 of them. So that means that the top favorite character isn't one of my favorite characters, or isn't like the regular version, at least. You don't know. It could be like a different version of Toad, maybe. Who knows? I kind of already said that it wasn't, though, didn't I? I said that was the final Toad. Alright, so now we got Koopa Paratroopa. The reason he's so high up is because of how I use him, just like I guess Tanuki Luigi, and also Bullet Bill, and him, and like pretty much everyone else that placed high up. Basically, I use him as like, he's like flies like a hummingbird, so he's like really fast as up. He's like also really strong, and I use him out as like he like goes in like really big groups, so it's like 1,000 of them coming at you at like 150 miles per hour, and that's what he is. That's why he's so high up. Alright, now in 4th place, oh yeah, this guy was 5th place, so in 4th place we now have Dry Bowser, which is realistically my favorite character, but he doesn't technically count, so I put him as an honorable mention in the Mario tier list video. But basically, it's Shy Bowser. It's a cooler, stronger version of Bowser. And actually, I just realized I didn't mention this about Bowser, but this plush has orange hair. And if you look at the Mario poster, he has red hair. Now that might just be in the movie, except that's not, because I got this Bowser toy right here. He has red hair. Bowser's always had red hair. Now this is a chance that this is like from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, maybe, because then it's like he has like orange-ish hair in like the final boss, maybe. Anyway, I'm still talking about this guy. He can actually stand up, which is really cool. He looks really menacing. You know, he's like looking that way. He's like really strong. Okay, now we got to the top 3. There are no spoilers here. The only one that I spoiled in the top 10 was him. When I was talking about this guy, I think I actually put like a little bit of him in the camera. Alright, but 3rd place we have Fire Mario. He's in 3rd place. He's so high up because of how I use him. Who would have guessed? And it's like, it's not just like regular Fire Mario, but so basically there's this thing that I did for a long time. It's called Super Mario Fly. And basically I used to play everything with toys. How it's like a video game. And so it's like you would be like watching a video game or playing it in something. And I eventually stopped because I realized there'd be way too many cutscenes. That was an actual thought that I had. Too many cutscenes, so I changed it to movies. So now, like, it's been like a movie for the rest of the time. Basically, I did Super Mario Fly, and the thing is that Mario he couldn't actually fly, but he could like glide and get shot out of cannons and fly. And basically, one thing was the Fire Flower power-up. It was the Super Fire Flower. And this one could fly, and he could shoot like really strong fireballs and like charge up and stuff. And that's why this guy is so high, because this is just a stronger version of this. And yeah, okay. And now in 2nd place we have Mario. This is just regular Mario. He's in 2nd place. He's the oldest Mario stuffed animal. I've used him for years. He's great, even if he's a little messed up and looks kind of weird. And look, he has like a mouth right here. You know, this arm is different from this arm. This leg is completely different from this leg. And also, he's like, his head leans back. And where are you looking, Mario? And his hat is wrong for some reason. Hold on. It's like his M is so far to the side. And also like the brim of his hat too, I guess. You know, it's like in every cool moment, you know, he just has to like tilt his hat. So I guess it's just like before that. So, you know, it makes sense. Alright. So now in 1st place, you might be able to guess if you like know which stuffed animals that I have. But it is Penguin Mario. This is also a new one. I got this on like Tuesday this week. Because I got it with my Christmas money. But this is Penguin Mario. You know, for my favorite game, maybe, I don't know, I still haven't decided if that's Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Wii. But it's from my first ever game, so, you know, it's Penguin Mario, my favorite power-up of Mario's. And, you know, I used to really like penguins. I still do, but I like cats better now. And, you know, he's just like a stronger version of the Ice Flower, and just so cool. So, you know, my newest stuffed animal that I got is literally my favorite. And that's crazy. But yeah, so this is the complete list. I'm gonna put like a little thing at the end showing it in the line that I recorded before this. So, bye. I should have the final screen looking at the top 3, actually. Bye.